Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to another transfer reaction show. And big news coming through is that Raphinha to Barcelona is almost, and you probably already have heard of it, of course, been following the news. Raphinha to Barcelona is almost done. The bid has been accepted from Leeds. It's 58 million euros plus 10 million in add-on. So the total package will be about 68 million euros. That's what we're hearing. Right now, of course, these things are all reports, so we never know what the true fees are, but that is what has been reported. I'm sure there'll be installments because I think the way Barcelona will work is that they're not going to be able to pay the full structure. The key point, of course, to note is that the deal has been accepted in principle, but they've got to wait to register the player. They can't register the Raphinha yet. So, and that's probably because they need to sell a few players before they can register more players. So that's something that is still ongoing, but the deal has been accepted. And I mean, the reports are also that Raphinha is taking a pay cut, and I mean apparently he's going from 65,000 to 35,000 pounds a week. I don't think that's true. I think he's taking a pay cut, but I think it's not that drastic. I think it's probably a smaller pay cut, and I do believe that it probably will be something which is either bonus heavy, so you get a lot of bonuses in terms of trophy wins and things like that, or goal bonuses or whatever that may be, or it might be sort of a staggered payment where you start off at a lower base price, but then as you go across your contract you start getting more money. So that's the way that they will probably look at it. So over 5 years, for example, he'll be making more than he would make at Leeds over 5 years. But you start off with the lower salary. I think that's probably what might happen. But let's see. Let us see how that plays out. But it's an interesting deal. And with Barcelona, we said this. I mean, for all the talk of them being broke, bankrupt, all of those things, they're not shying away from signing players, or looking at players. I mean, they've got already Kessie, Christensen has come, the free transfer, they've still got them. They're still trying for Lewandowski. They're interested in, of course, they're trying to get the deal done for Azpilicueta and Alonso as well. So they're looking at players. They are looking at players. And also, and of course, Bernardo Silva as well. Bernardo Silva as well is another one that's been reported. So it's an interesting position that they're in. As far as Raphinha is concerned, I mean, it's a good deal for him. I mean, he's had a good season at Leeds. I do feel it's a little bit like a Zaha sort of situation where I think it's better than Zaha, but I do think that he's a good player in a really bad team, and he's looked much better because of that. I don't know how he would fare in an actual proper team, in a big team. That being said, La Liga is much different to Premier League, so he'll probably have a little bit more easier time to settle in into Barcelona than he probably would have had at Chelsea or Arsenal. So that's a good thing from his point of view as well. He's going to have that familiarity of surrounding. Being a left-footed right winger is obviously always helpful. To be a left footer, you always need that, and I think he will be a key component on that right wing, especially now that Traore is not staying. So they've got a bit of depth on that side. So I do think that's good, and of course he can also play on the left if you need him to play on the left as well, because I think Pedri played there too much last season. I don't think he should be playing left midfield. I think he should really be playing as a central midfielder. So those things are something to think about. I think it's a good signing for Barcelona. The fee is a bit high though, and I will say that 68 million euros for someone who's had one good season is a bit high, and that might be a concern. But I do think his wages are low enough that if they need to get rid of him, they could get rid of him quite easily. But still, the fee is definitely a concern. But that's the market apparently these days. I mean, if Sterling's worth 55 million pounds, and surely Raphinha is Raphinha probably is not worth 58 million euros. 68 million euros. Actually, I don't think he's worth that much. If Sterling is worth 55 million pounds, I think it's probably worth less. But them's the market these days. I mean, the contracts and age also do define what the value of a player is. But overall, I think but he's a good player. He's a good player, and I'm excited to see how he does for Barcelona. And of course, it gives them squad depth. It gives them squad depth, which is something that they definitely need. It gives them a left-footed player so on that right, because normally it's Dembele who plays on the right, and he's right-footed. So you have a left-footed player, it kind of complements and balances that side out a bit as well. So that's good. And yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful signing. What does this mean for Frenkie de Jong? That's I think the cascading effect I think that people will talk about, and that would be interesting. Does this now mean that Frenkie de Jong is on his way to Manchester United? That's I think what everyone's question is. I don't think it does, because I think this deal was independent of that deal. And by what I mean is, I think they wanted to sell him regardless. I think whether Raphinha came or not, they were still trying to sell him. So I don't think this deal kind of accelerates it. And in any case, Barcelona have no issues with letting Frenkie go. The issue is always that Frenkie wants to go, and the issue of wage deferment, which is going to get even more complicated now because they've signed a player. So I don't think this means Frenkie is definitely going. I just think it means that Barcelona are now kind of forcing Frankie's hand in a little bit, but I don't know if it'll work or not. But we'll see what happens with that. I don't want to make this a Frankie Dirk show. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, congratulations to Barcelona. Congratulations to Barcelona fans, Raphinha fans as well. A great deal for them. Congratulations to Leeds as well. They've got a pretty good price for a player like that. You know, I know he's a great player for Leeds. He's been good for Leeds, but they still got a very good price for him. So I think congratulations to Leeds as well. Let's see how they reinvest it and who they bring in place of him. So thank you for watching the show. Smash a like for Raphinha, smash a like for Barcelona, smash a like for Leeds as well. If you want, we always appreciate that. Do remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. We're doing quite a few videos now. So, you know, if you subscribe, you get notified for these things as they drop. Appreciate your support, of course. We just crossed 700 followers on Facebook. We've got 160 subscribers on YouTube. We want to grow that. So really appreciate your support if you could help us out with that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you again soon. Bye-bye.